How we doing, folks? Sail Cougar here. This is it's been a wee while since I put a Blitz video up. Mainly because there's a lot of things happening in the game recently that I have picked up on, and it's not been mentioned and it's not been answered in the official channels. There are no answers coming back from the ones you thought would come clean, but yeah, it's getting close to Reforged and the end of Blitz as we knew it. Um, and there's a couple of anomalies that I think a lot of people, other than myself, have picked up on, because I've seen a couple of questions that have never been answered, or they've been brushed aside, or in one case, one of the mods deleted the question and banned the player from the forum, which was obvious why. But I want to show you something here. I'll start this just in a couple of seconds. But I want you to pay attention to the tank that's being played. It's the Elephant. And the tank that he goes up against is the SDP-60, Tier 9 European TD. One of the newer lines that were put in the game recently. But I have the tank, and I've played it quite. Everybody knows I like playing TDs. I like to give that extra challenge, watching your back as well as your front, because the last thing you want to get is surrounded or caught somewhere where you can't turn around quicker than the med or the heavy or the little light that's got 3 shots or 6 shots. So I like the extra challenge. That's why I play a lot of TDs. But I've played this specific TD, and I've watched the damage, and I've watched the hits, and all the rest of it, and I've came up against it. That whole new line, and the front end of them is just pure red. It's just a tomato, unless you've got a caliber of gun that penetrates with your premium. Because 75, I'd say 80% of the shells that you have in your ordinary AP won't penetrate it. So I've paid attention, and I've watched where the markers are, where the hit points are, where the soft spots. Can't fucking speak. Getting like fucking junction. It's the game that does it. But where the soft spots are, and where you can penetrate with ease without having to use premium. And I've counted the times, the reload times, with and without adrenaline running, and having gun rammer on, and having enhanced armour and all the rest of it to see what differences are. But I want you to pay attention now. I'm going to click this play now. We've got Token Pawn. He's in the Elephant. He's coming up against the STB-60, who has no camo on. Right? Nothing. He pens him for 690. That wasn't HE. He's up against the Elephant. The SDB pens at 70 on HE, so there's no way he got through there. But he's just dropped an R654 at him, well out with the 9 seconds, or even the 8 point something seconds reload, because the Elephant reloads quicker than him. But no, he took him out in 3 shots within the space of 15 seconds. Or 16 seconds, I think it was, I counted. So I checked the player's stats. He's had 24 battles in it. He's had 5 masteries in it, with a 41.6% win rate and a 33.3% survival rate. No. I'm sorry, folks. No. He hasn't even played enough battles to have his crew skills up to level 4, never mind level 5. That was the first point. So I checked, just to make my own figures right. I knew it was penning at 70 with HE, and it was 750, but it wasn't possible with the angles Token was at for him to penetrate that. So I looked again. I thought, right, 299 he's going to pen him with that, 367 pen him, but for 435 and 370, not 600 plus, near 700 plus on each shot. So that was the first point. I thought, okay, there's something fishy going on here, because I've been hit umpteen times for 600 plus, and I checked again on Blitzkit, and as you can see, penetration 299, reload 9.6 seconds, colour 85, but it's 105 in the thingamby. Damage 609. Now you can see with the equipment and the crew skills, they've all been maxed, and I've got the equipment set up the same way I set mine up, but it's showing damage 609 with a penetration of 299. If I switch to the premium or the HE, it goes to 70 and 750 plus. But why are originally CIS based players able to score damage of 600 plus with their AP, but yet on the ordinary Blitz players who have had the tank since it came out and are not CIS based players only getting 400 and odd damage with their AP? There is something wrong, and it's been questioned before, and it needs to be questioned again. It's and that's not the only tank. If you spend time and research going through what the stats are on your world of tanks, ordinary features, and go to Blitzkit and then have a look on Blitz Stars to compare the figures, they are totally different, and that's not the only tank. There are a good few. The video would take too long to go through them, and then there would be an uproar. So just pay attention when you're playing. If the guys from CIS expect to be hit harder than you can hit them, stay safe, folks.